for all of Texoma, broadcasting live from KXII TV. This is First News at Noon.
The Denison Dam overflowing. Look at that. The floodgates open, the water is rushing, and right now water splashing over the spillway as well. We will have a live report. And Cook and Grayson counties picking up the pieces after recent flooding across Texoma. An update on what commissioners and county officials are doing. And a gunman opened fire in Las Vegas this morning, leaving at least 4 people injured. The dramatic details. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad you're with us today for First News at Noon. We begin at noon on Spillway Watch. Right now, the lake is at 639.77. That's just a few inches short of going over. We're going to take you live to the spillway here in just a minute with the very latest on where that stands. Let's talk to Tom Miller right now first and get an update on where we stand weather-wise and how much more rain we can expect.
All righty, what we're looking at is not much in the way of rain on radar. Again, we're on the back side of this upper level low. I haven't even downgraded my chances to 40%. Not saying we won't see rain. Add a little more heating and the atmosphere will recover and we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Most of it will be to the east. Now, as we were talking about the lake being at 639.77, it's been at 639.77 for about the last 3 hours, so it's really trying to stabilize itself. And of course, they are releasing quite a bit in the way of water. Emergency spillway. They're not the emergency spillway, but in the generators as well as the floodgates. So that's interesting. And both the Red River and Washita are now below flood stage. So again, the inflow not as great, and we haven't seen rain over the past few days out to our west. So that is good news, except again for all the marinas and the folks that live around the lake. Oh, it's horrible out there. As again, a lot of those buildings have water in them or are about to.
Right, and we will update that coming up here shortly. Thank you, Tom. Let's go live out to the spillway now. Amy FitzGerald, we are within inches of rolling over, aren't we?
Yes, we are, Lisanne. A north wind is coming in, causing the water to lap up against the spillway, so close to flowing over. But what's happening here is only one small part of the dam's inner workings. The Army Corps of Engineers opened the floodgates 2 days ago, which is one reason why the spillway hasn't flowed over quite yet. Before earlier this week when the floodgates were closed because the Red River downstream couldn't handle any more water. But even with the floodgates open, the water is still creeping onto that spillway within inches of flowing over. Whenever the water does go over, it most likely won't be as dramatic as 1990, since the crest this year is set for 641.5 feet, and in 1990 it was 645 feet.
Well, the pool elevation is within about 1/4 of a foot going over the spillway. We've increased the flood release to about 28.5, and we will monitor downstream conditions and adjust that down as the conditions warm.
The Army Corps of Engineers set up buoys out in the area that would normally be the parking lot for the boat ramp to keep boats from coming this way whenever the water does start flowing and the current gets worse. Our webcam is still up and running, and we'll also have a picture of what's going on here in the corner of your screen right here on KXII, and of course we'll be here when it finally does go over. Reporting live at the spillway, Amy FitzGerald, First News.
Thank you, Amy. Of course, there was some confusion on how many times the lake has spilled over. We told you earlier this week it happened in 45, 57, and 1990. So many people called to dispute that. We did some digging, more digging, double digging, and triple digging. In 1945, that date, 1945, was listed on a web page for the National Weather Service office in Shreveport. That's where we got it. Their hydrology page highlights historical floods, including the 2 we know about, 1957 and 1990. But the page also talks about 1945, 2 years after the dam was finished. Now, the Corps of Engineers tells us there was no flooding of the spillway in 45, despite the web page's claim. So last night, Charlie Haldeman did some digging. He called the meteorologist up in Shreveport, called it to their attention on their website. Of course, no one in Shreveport could even verify the 1945 claim. So we suggested that they take it off their website. Talking about what you will see later on today, not to be forgotten, is the Grayson County flooding that happened just weeks ago, both Cook and Grayson counties. This morning, officials in Grayson County met with FEMA. The next step, closing the shelters and beginning the one-on-one assessment of what's left. Ruth Baker was at this morning's meeting, and she has more.
Volunteer programs met with FEMA this morning in Sherman to find the quickest way to get disaster victims the help they need. The committee's purpose is to make sure people don't fall through the cracks, and each case is assessed and the need is met. FEMA is educating volunteers so they know exactly what is required to help disaster victims.
The time involved takes a couple of months, sometimes a couple of years. So it is a long-term process that has to be taken step by step to enable the person to recover in the best manner possible.
The Red Cross has had over 250 cases, and 10% of those are still open, and they all need to be followed up on. Ruth Baker, First News.
So many others have been affected by the floods on both sides of the river. Tonight on First News at 5, we tour the lake area. We'll show you the extent of the damage. Marinas underwater, the countless dollars lost from the summer's washout. We'll tour the damage and ask the question, what's next? Tonight on First News at 5. And a real quick note here, if you've had problems logging onto our web camera at KXII.com, it's a very simple explanation. There are so many people logging on, the system is simply locking up. So right now as we speak, our folks are updating our web server, and so right after the newscast, you should be able to log back on. If it's not directly at 12:30, it will be shortly after that, and have no problems whatsoever. We're going to keep that camera there so you can see history as it happens. Like Amy said, we're also keeping a live picture on the air, the lower left corner of your screen. So right after the newscast, keep it right here at KXII and KXII.com. Sherman's High Water Rescue Team is on alert today, put on standby by the state of Texas to be deployed in the case of any more flash flooding across the state. The fire chief said if they're called, 7 members of the team will be deployed, probably to Corsicana as the base, and then deployed out to East Texas with more rain expected there. We'll let you know. Of course, Tom Miller will talk about that rain coming up a little later as well. While we've had an abundance of rain, the West Coast is just waiting for a little hydration. Forecasters say no relief is expected today from the triple-digit heat. Apparently, it was 125 degrees in Baker, California yesterday. In Las Vegas, the temperature hit 116, causing transformers to overheat, electrical poles to catch fire because of all the people switching on the air conditioners. One meteorologist said there is no relief in sight. More local news now. We told you earlier this week longtime Fannin County Judge Darrell Hall is resigning. Today, he made that official. Fannin County commissioners accepted the resignation at a special commissioners court meeting today. That was followed by a reception to honor the 23 years of service by Judge Hall. Representative Larry Phillips and other county leaders were on hand for that. The judge started serving Fannin County as Precinct 1 commissioner, but before he left for good, Judge Hall appointed George Butch Henderson from Leonard to be his replacement.
Mixed feelings, a little bit sad that I'm leaving, but great relief to be out from under the strain and stress of all the things that are required of a county judge, especially a small rural county.
I'm not coming in with the mindset to change anything. I'm coming in with the mindset to move things forward from where a judge has got them going.
Hall says he will pursue other opportunities in the next couple of weeks. Well, calling all hot rod fans, the great race is coming through Texoma from Ardmore to Whitesboro. The Great Race is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. Racers from all over the country driving anything from classics to hot rods, roaring into downtown Ardmore right now for a few more hours. In fact, some of the racers rolling in right now. The race started in Concord, North Carolina. After traveling some 1,200 miles, fans have a chance to see these cool cars up close and personal.
The fact that it is stopping here in Ardmore is special to us because, I mean, they could be going any route and miss us by a little bit or a lot. So we're just proud that they're coming through Ardmore.
There will be over 70 cars there. The event ends in Ardmore about 3 o'clock. Now from there, I think they're going to take Highway 70 down through Medill and then go down to Whitesboro, Texas. Well, they'll stop at Trollinger Park in Whitesboro sometime between 3:45 down to about 6 o'clock. You can come by and see some of those hot rods. Join Cruise Night from 7 until 10. Call the Whitesboro Chamber for more details or just log on to our website, KXII.com. Coming up, a gunman who opened fire at a busy Las Vegas casino. Now bystanders being called heroes. And look at this, rainstorms here, but sandstorms. This amazing video, you'll see where that is. But first, another live look from Lake Texoma, looking out across the lake there. I think that's towards Highport and Grandpappy there across the stretch from the dam. Lake Texoma making history again. Mark the day, July 6th, 2007. First News at Noon. We'll be right back.
The brown paper bag has the wardrobe you want, with Crocs, skirts, shorts, and jeans from Not Your Daughter's Jeans and Jag. Add a beautiful Brighton belt, plus a pair of our awesome shoes by Archipetico and B2 by Bernardo. Brighton, Emily Ray, and Native American jewelry will add the finishing touch. You'll look as beautiful as you feel when we dress you with the bag. Come by and say hi to Brave. That's the brown paper bag, 1020 West Broadway in Ardmore.
Isn't it time you discovered Toyota of Ardmore for yourself? Hi, Leslie here, and as Toyota celebrates its 50th anniversary, Toyota of Ardmore has exciting news on America's favorite cars and trucks. Just in time for vacation, step up to the Sienna van and save $1,500 or choose 1.9% interest. And Toyota has just announced 0% interest up to 60 months or up to $3,000 rebates on Tundras. Discover why Toyota of Ardmore is the area's fastest growing dealership. Now that's moving forward. Toyota of Ardmore, Holiday Drive.
Right now at Crouch Home Furnishings in downtown Denison, you can buy one-lane recliner at the regular price and get the second recliner absolutely free. You can choose from 5 model recliners and several fabric selections. Only need one recliner, no problem. Just bring a friend, split the cost, and get 2 recliners for the price of one. It's the Lane 2-for-1 recliner sale at Crouch Home Furnishings and Appliances in downtown Denison.
Crouch Home Furnishings has everything you're looking for.
It's the Red Hot Summer Sales Event you've waited on from Maxim Motorsport in Gainesville. This Saturday only, save up to $2,000 on selected motorcycles. The showroom is full and we're dealing on every bike in stock. Save up to 20% off on all accessories during this gigantic one-day sale. Check out all the red hot prices on Yamahas, Suzukis, Kawasaki's, and much more. We'll have refreshments and the customer service and financing you demand. The Red Hot Summer Sales Event, one day only, this Saturday at Maxim Motorsport, Interstate 35, Gainesville, Texas.
Southern Oklahoma to North Texas, this is KXII's First News at Noon. Lisanne Anderson and Tom Miller with first weather.
Terror on the Las Vegas Strip this morning. A gunman who opened fire inside the New York. 2 men and 2 women were shot, all random, according to witnesses. Now, bystanders at the casino are being called heroes to help police tackle the suspect. They say he lives in Vegas, but didn't work at the hotel, nor was he a guest. They're still investigating. Authorities now say the UK bomb plotters may have had plans to attack the U.S. as well. The FBI confirms at least 2 suspects, including ringleader Mohammed Asha, contacted Philadelphia-based agencies that certifies overseas doctors. In Australia, police launched fresh raids on hospitals in the Australian outback, hauling in 4 men for questioning. All 4 have been released, but all are Indian doctors like suspect Mohammed Kanif, who remains in police custody. Well, a very special lady celebrating her birthday today, former First Lady, wife of late Ronald Reagan, Nancy. She turns 86. In honor of Nancy Reagan's birthday, the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum offered free birthday cake this morning. Visitors will be able to sign birthday cards and decorate a large paper birthday cake, which will be sent to Mrs. Reagan, and I'm sure she appreciates every little bit of it. Bless her heart. Let's talk to Tom again about the weather forecast. Sliding into the weekend, and I see sunshine. I saw when I was in Padre something that said, I run on solar power, so I run on solar power, and I need the sun because I'm running out of power.
Where you're going to get up and do some running this weekend. Hey, the upper level system that brought us all the rain and the clouds is moving off to our east, and that has allowed us to see some sunshine and less in the way of rain. We can't take it out of the forecast, but I think we can get out and enjoy the weekend, I'll tell you that much. We'll have a look at Doppler 12 Live as well as our forecasts when we come back.
If you have diabetes, you probably think you can't eat dessert anymore. But now you can with this free cookbook. It's part of your free membership in the Better Care program, only from AmMed Direct. It gives you important diabetes information, like these free guidebooks, and so much more. So make your life with diabetes easier.
Call for your free cookbook, 1-800-945-8618.
You'll love recipes like chocolate bun cake, cookie fruit tart, and lemon mousse squares, all included in your free cookbook.
The recipes that I've gotten from AmMed Direct have all been wonderful. These are genuinely good recipes for diabetics.
If you have diabetes, I urge you to call now for free membership in the Better Care program.
Call for your free cookbook, 1-800-945-8618. That's 1-800-945-8618.
Pick up your free copy of the most read local magazine in Texoma. Info Magazine entertains you in a way no others do. Shocking interviews, human interest stories, various health articles, games, jokes, and more. Info Magazine is free and can be picked up at over 100 business locations. If you're currently an Info reader, you can't wait to learn what we will address each month. But don't worry for you first-time readers, as back issues are available online for free. You don't have to miss out. Go to infomagazine.biz for pickup locations and to download your back issues.
The Great American Celebration, a 4th of July super sale at Carter County Dodge Chrysler Jeeps. Celebration pricing on hundreds of new Dodges, Chryslers, Jeeps, and Texoma's best selection of pre-owned. Zero down will be in effect. Special financing will be in effect. Top dollar for all trades. The competition's nightmare. A bargain hunter's dream. The Great American Celebration. This 4th of July week at Carter County Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Celebration savings.
Now, Tom Miller with first weather.
Doppler 12, awfully quiet this noon hour. The only little shower activity is in Delta County. That is south of Paris, just to the east of Cooper. It is moving slightly in a westerly direction, but overall we're doing pretty good. At least lack of precipitation, and especially western sections are enjoying plenty in the way of sunshine. And if we take a look at our Sherman Tower cam, you can see we have some puffy cumulus clouds. Nothing threatening right now. Maybe it'll dry out the grass enough that I can get out this afternoon, this evening, and mow the grass. Well, temperature-wise, it's hitting 80 right now in Sherman and Denison. The relative humidity at 70%. Northeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Still circulating around that low-pressure system. Very odd to have northeast winds in July. And 82 degrees in Ardmore. The relative humidity at 74%. Under fair to partly cloudy skies. Northeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. And in Lamar County, Paris, a little more in the way of cloud cover. It's still pleasant with 73 degrees. The relative humidity 94%. Northeast winds of 5 to 10. Out at Lake Texoma, the elevation 639.77 feet above sea level. It hasn't changed in about the last 3 hours. And as we noticed that the Corps has opened up the gates a little bit more and generating, they're releasing 28,500 cubic feet per second. How much is that in gallons per second? 213,000 gallons per second. That is a lot of water that's coming out of the floodgates there. Water temperature 79 degrees. Yesterday we hit a high of 79 in Sherman and Denison. Of course, we had some scattered showers and cloud cover and northeast winds, and a little more in sunshine in Ardmore allowed the temperature to reach 84. Low of 69 in Tishomingo, 68 degrees in Ardmore this morning. Hugo at 69 degrees, 71 in Bonham, 72 in Gainesville. Sherman and Denison at 70, McKinney at 73. The upper level low has moved out of San Marcos and is moving into northeastern Texas as we speak, and it's producing some much needed rain across portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and into Mississippi. Other than that, it's very quiet. Ridge of high pressure off to our west, and also a ridge of high pressure starting to buckle in the southeast, and you can see all that rain starting to move to where it's needed in the southeastern part of the nation. Of course, we need rain desperately in the southwest. We just don't have it. Phoenix right now, sunshine and 101 degrees. Denver 83, 83 in Minneapolis, 79 in Chicago, warm, muggy 88 degrees in Charlotte and Miami at 89 degrees. Closer look at home. Watch the showers and thunderstorms. They're quite sparse and in between each other for a change, but they're still in progress to our east, and they move themselves, the bulk of it, into Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and that's where we expect the heavy of the rain. Not saying we won't see any here, as again we're seeing some sunshine, some atmosphere still a little bit unstable with this tropical moisture. We could see some scattered showers here and there, but look at all the sunshine across Oklahoma. Still some cloud cover to deal with in North Texas, but all in all not bad. Futurecast model still showing at least some isolated showers this afternoon, and boy, that's all we're going to see really the next few days is an isolated shower here and there, kind of heat-induced. Afternoon and evening showers expected, but less than a 20% Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. So that's a forecast I think a few folks will enjoy. 87 in Oklahoma City. It's 79 under the cloud cover in Dallas-Fort Worth. About a 40% chance of scattered showers today. Now, the flash flood watch is only for Fannin and Lamar counties in North Texas, so now just down to 2 counties. 85 for a high temperature. Northeast winds of 5 to 15. Slight chance of an isolated shower this evening, otherwise partly cloudy and 70. And we could see an isolated shower again Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Highs around 90. It's going to be a little on the steamy side as well. Overnight lows near 70. And then Monday and Tuesday, again, a slight chance of an isolated shower with highs around 90. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, a 30% chance of scattered showers as a weak cool front approaches the area. And those high temperatures in the lower 90s.
All right. Thank you, sir. You've got to see this video. You thought we've been having miserable weather around here. At least we had rain. This is a sandstorm that broke out in northwestern China Thursday. The storm, which came from west to east, lasted for 90 minutes. Hit about 8 o'clock last night. You can see the giant wall of sand during that storm formed a thick cloud, closed in on one building. My goodness. Heavy rain, strong winds, which could be seen bending the trees, also experienced during that storm. I think I'll take the rain over sand everywhere. What do you think? Coming up next, we've been socked in with the rain so long. How about getting ready to get outside and have some fun? How about playing a little golf? Great tournament coming up next. How you can get involved. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brooks Zimmerman. Summertime is a great time for swimming, whether at the pool or at one of our many great lakes or rivers. Drowning accidents are the tragedies that can usually be easily prevented. Check the water depth before diving. Swim with a partner using the buddy system. Never swim when it's storming or while consuming alcohol or taking sedating medications. And constantly supervise children who are in or around the water. If a tragedy does occur, the emergency room at Integris Marshall County Medical Center is here to help.
Receive quality care close to home.
Lunch is always changing at Golden Corral. Now you can enjoy a different daily special every Monday through Friday. Fridays, treat yourself to chicken tenders. 4 kinds of chicken tenders, like new Chipotle grilled and new spicy Cajun. Or try tasty tempura battered tenders, along with hand-breaded tenders, plus all your other favorites on the buffet. Enjoy lunch in a different way, every Monday through Friday, only at Golden Corral.
If you are experiencing varicose or spider veins, relief is closer than you think. The Vein Center of North Texas is located in Denison, Texas. Dr. Clint Hayes and his staff offer the latest in vascular technology. An evaluation using duplex ultrasound and treatment with the Cool Touch endovenous laser provide cutting-edge treatment for venous insufficiency and varicose veins. The Vein Center of North Texas is located at 102 Memorial Drive in Denison. Call 903-465-7070 or visit us online at VeinCenterNorthTexas.com. Bring us your legs. We'll get you back on your feet.
Maximum inventory, maximum discounts, maximum value for your trade. Right now, the Brad Pitt GM Superstore is selling used vehicles with maximum summer savings. Some vehicles as low as $79 down, $79 a month. $79 is all you need to drive away to Texas. Nobody beats what we'll pay for your trade guaranteed. Don't miss maximum summer savings right now at the Brad Pitt GM Superstore on Commerce.
You saw it just there, the Pottsboro Chamber of Commerce putting on a golf tournament coming up. Not this weekend, but the next. So there'll be plenty of time for everything to dry out, hopefully. Don McCutcheon is here with us with the Chamber of Commerce. Good to see you.
Glad to see you again.
And this is the 7th year the Pottsboro Chamber of Commerce has put on this golf tournament.
That's true.
And it's always a big success.
It has been in the past.
And
we raise a lot of money.
Yes, and you need some people to get involved with it this year. And I think, you know, they've said they've had a little bit of trouble getting people signed up. It's because of the weather, you know. Everyone's afraid that it's going to rain, but I'm saying sign up anyway. How about that?
Contrary to the weather forecast, we're predicting no rain between now and next Saturday, of course.
There you
Saturday
go.
week.
Sounds good to me. This is on the 14th, and it's out at Denison Country Club.
Right.
Talk about a little bit, of course, this benefits the Chamber, but in turn, what all does this benefit?
Well, in the past, the money we've raised has gone to primarily local charities, such as the Boys and Girls Club, places like that. And Visions of Sugar Plums, if you know what that is. That's where we help the kids in school that need to be fed during their holidays.
Yes.
And a bunch of people work to get that done. And we are really trying to promote this to all the frustrated golfers out there that haven't been able to play for the last few months.
That's right.
And John and his crew, his ground crew out there at Denison Country Club are doing an excellent job of getting the course in condition.
Getting it all mowed and ready to go.
Ready to go.
Well, I tell you, there's different things. They're asking for sponsorships, of course, and then there's $75 per player or $250 for a team of 4.
Right.
Which is really not a bad deal because you're going to get your beverages out there.
That includes a lunch and all the beverages and a lot of prizes and goodie bags and all the things that go along with a good golf tournament.
And you can get spun on top of that because I've been out there. Kathy Zeiss and I drove the beverage cart last year. And I believe Kathy and I are driving the beverage cart again this year. So look out for driving.
Yeah, be
Not
careful.
just the drivers, but the drivers out there. Don, how many teams do you think you need out here?
Well, we need to get some more signed up, of course, and we're beginning to run out of time. So anyone interested need to contact the Chamber, which is 786-6370.
Right.
71, sorry.
6371, there you go.
And if they'll just call in, even if the Chamber's not there, and leave a message that they want to put a team in, and we need to get to hear from as many people as possible by next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, that's when
right.
you need it. Don McCutcheon, thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me again.
And good luck with the Pottsboro Chamber Golf Tournament. And give me a call here at the office if you need any more information about that. Take a break and be right back.
Our bedroom business here at Rhines & Rhodes Furniture has never been better. The reason? Value. Because of our truckload buying, we're able to offer more style and better quality than ever before. This solid oak 5-piece bedroom includes the dresser, mirror, queen bed, and nightstand for only $8.99. And take your pick from these winners at only $9.99. Get yours delivered now and take up to 12 months to pay interest-free from Rhines & Rhodes Furniture in Ada and Durant.
I've been coming for a little over 17 years, almost 18 years. I believe, actually, Dr. Bergeron has seen all 4 of my children, and I even brought him my last baby when he was an infant, and I brought him in to see Dr. Bergeron, and he adjusted him when he was just, I don't know, I'm going to say 2 or 3 months old. And, yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad he's been here for as long as he's been here, and congratulations to him on his 25 years.
If you have diabetes, you probably think you can't eat dessert anymore. But now you can with this free cookbook. It's part of your free membership in the Better Care program, only from AmMed Direct. It gives you important diabetes information, like these free guidebooks, and so much more. So make your life with diabetes easier.
Call for your free cookbook, 1-800-945-8618.
You'll love recipes like chocolate bundt cake, cookie fruit tart, and lemon mousse squares, all included in your free cookbook.
The recipes that I've gotten and AmMed Direct have all been wonderful. These are recipes for diabetics.
If you have diabetes, I urge you to call now for free membership in the Better Care program.
Call for your free cookbook, 1-800-945-8618. That's 1-800-945-8618.
Well, before we go, another look from our spillway out there. Amy FitzGerald standing by live with a lot of folks out there. And Amy, that wind's picking up and it's a splashing, isn't it?
He's on. Yes, Lisanne, it is literally inches away from going over. It's spilling down the spillway right now, but barely trickling down. So I talked with the Army Corps of Engineers a few minutes ago, and they said it'll still take a couple more inches for that lake level to rise up and start flowing over, but they're ready to go, even out here with their cameras to document this history. A lot of these Corps of Engineers were here in 1990, some even in the area in 1957 to witness it. So they're just excited themselves to see this piece of history, although they are working hard right now to make sure that the flood levels are controlled all over the dam, and the floodgates are open down about a quarter of a mile from here, rushing furiously, I think about 28,500 cubic feet per second. So they're working hard, but we will be out here all afternoon to watch this, all night even, to help you see history unfold. Reporting live at the spillway, Amy FitzGerald, First News.
All right, thank you, Amy. Of course, a lot of people have said they've had trouble logging on to our web camera that's on, seeing the live picture. We are working on it right now. Here's the deal. So many people have logged on, that it's shutting itself down pretty much.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
it
I can't remember how many hits Matt said we had yesterday, but it was just unreal.
We didn't have this problem in
43,000. That's what they said.
Yeah.
We had some 43,000 hits on our website.
We didn't have this problem in 1990.
No, we didn't. Not even close. So in just a few minutes, we're getting all of that taken care of, so hopefully you can log back on and see that. We'll also have the image on the bottom of our screen, so keep it here at KXII.
Enjoy the sunshine, only scattered showers through the weekend.
Have a great weekend. We will be back on Monday. See you then.